what are we? This is a business, and you should treat us as business partners, not just as like you. It's almost like you're treating us like an employee or a king quota. Like, yeah, take that. Huh? We have a different relationship, and I think respect has to be shown between both parties in relation to that.
The Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association, to paraphrase Aretha Franklin, wants American sugar refining Belize Sugar Industries Limited to find out what respect means to them. The impasse between the two parties on extending the commercial agreement to January 2022 with minor amendments flies in the face, CEO Oscar Alonso told us today, of the negotiated clauses that allow for future renegotiation, like the bagasse formula.
Okay, they want to cement the formula for the bagasse. But in that clause, it is clearly stated that after 3 years, we would revisit the formula. And in order to revisit the formula, they would provide us with financial statements on the operations of Belcogen for us to see if Belcogen is making profits yes, profits, then to see if there's a way to negotiate the payment for bagasse. Right? So what we're saying is, okay, the picture that is being thrown out to the public by them is that we are being recalcitrant and we want to go back to that formula. Right? We're simply saying, you agreed with us that we will revisit it after 3 years. Let's do it within a process of negotiation, not a process of imposition, I say. Provide us with the data. They have already provided us with some data, right? But the thing is, let us look at it in a process of analysis. In analyzing it, and we see that, okay, fine, it's not possible for any change. We won't knock our heads against the wall or try to force an imposition like what they're trying to do with us now for a change in the payment. It's simply let us engage in the process, right?
A strategic development plan was never agreed between the parties, which in itself is grounds for a potential opt-out or termination. Both sides agree that that is not necessary. But A.S.R. B.S.I. continue to believe that process will only bring a headache and a hangover that the industry does not need, especially on the cusp of a significant investment into producing direct consumption sugar for sale in the European market. A.S.R.'s Vice President of International Relations, Mac McLachlan, firmly believes that now is not the time for such negotiations.
What I'm trying to do is avoid that situation, because we've been there before. We've been there several times in the last few years. It's led to disruption in this industry. Things have changed from 3 years ago. The revenue outlook, because of the global sugar market and the changes in the EU sugar market, is not what it was 3 years ago. We are doing everything we can in B.S.I. to look at how we can make this industry sustainable and move forward for the benefit of all stakeholders in the industry and the benefit of the country of Belize. And so what we don't want to do is to embark on a discussion of certain issues which would fundamentally change the revenue structures, which would probably lead to stalemate as they have in the past. We don't think it's the time to do that. We think it's the time to shake hands and say, let's carry on as we are. And you go ahead, B.S.I. makes the investment, the added value of that investment is shared with farmers.
Alonso says B.S.C.F.A. is all for that, but if not now, when? Citing the skirmish over the $1 million loss of molasses last year, which B.S.I. shouldered partially on B.S.C.F.A. despite agreeing that the cane stalks, once delivered, are theirs to deal with, he told us that farmers are looking to protect their interest, including legal action if needed.
What we're saying now, give us a chance then. Give us a chance. You want to change? You want to amend? We also think we should amend it so that in the future, what happens if we have another case of the loss of the molasses? What happens if sugar now becomes... We'll have to go to court because we had to take them to court. We had to take legal action, right? In order to show that what he was doing was not correct. And we were able to get a settlement out of court for them to return that money to our cane farmers, to our members. So we want to avoid it because that is a cost to us, an unnecessary cost to us, where we have to pay legal costs and everything. So we're saying, you are thinking of benefiting from this thing. We're thinking of benefiting also for our farmers, right? Let's amend the agreement so that the agreement takes into account things that of that nature never happened. And there are other issues, minor issues in the agreement that we could improve, because the experience over the past 3 years gives us enough basis And now is the opportunity to say, all right, let's improve it, because the objective of having an agreement, right, is to have good relations, is to have, and to keep improving what it should be on a balanced and a just, in a balanced and a just manner.
With just months to go before crop starts again, there's no time to waste. Aaron Humes reporting for News 5.